Ladies and gentlemen, I am Pete Roberts, and I'm welcoming you to the finale of the Zoom Racing World IZOD Open Wheel Driver Development Series. A lot of stories coming into today. Amber Tennery is trying to defend Jimmy Bly from overtaking her in the point standings. Let's go straight to the track. There's been a lot of stories coming into today, but now it all comes down to this. Jensen White's on the pole. Roger Simon is next to him. Then the man who's trying to overtake Amber Tennery, Jimmy Bly, is in third. Next to him, Mark Diaz. Pace car is now off. The field is assembling, and the final race of the Zoom Racing World IZOD Open Wheel Driver Development Series is green. White got a good start going into turn number 1, but it looks like Jimmy Bly's already trying to take a look to the inside. He wants to lead early and stay out of trouble if he's going to overtake Amber Tennery in this points chase. And it looks like he's going to do it because he's got a good run down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Jimmy Bly is your leader now. Coming in second behind him, Claude Delimon, and then the number 99 of Hector Diego Perez. The first lap is completed, and Bly has led, so that's good. He's got to lead early in order to keep this championship. He's got to make sure Amber does not lead at all costs. Right now, going 3 wide, going into turn number 3. I don't know how that's going to go. Oh, whoa! We've got an accident! Hard into the wall. It's Jasper Henderson who hit head-on, I believe. I believe that is also Jorg Dahlstrom. And the other car involved was Hector Diego Perez. Jensen White is driving away okay. But we've got a terrible accident here down in turn number 3. I'm going to come back with the replays. So we're going to take a break and come back with replays right here on Versus. Stay tuned, everybody. Back under green here at Chicagoland, Jimmy Bly is your leader after a round of pit stops that just occurred after the last accident. Right now in second is Mark Diaz, and then Joe Tonto is in third. Diaz looking to the inside, down the back straightaway on Jimmy Bly, and the entire field is going to freight train Bly, going into turn number 3. It looks like Mark Diaz, who was the winner at Fontana, also in that race. Reagan Armstrong was tragically paralyzed after a lap 11 accident that happened. David Lewis is currently carrying a number 27 on the side of his race car. He is going to drive very fast today because David Lewis is currently dead last in the points championship, and he wants to make sure Reagan is proud. Right now going for the lead is Dean Foster. Underneath him is the number 21 of Graham Morton. Graham Morton has been trying to break through all year. Right now we're on board with Gordon Jeffries in the number 8 car. He's going 3 wide down the back straightaway. This didn't end well last time. Not sure why they're trying it again. They're still 3 wide, and they crash! And Mark Diaz is in the wall, upside down, and riding the wall in the catch fence is Gordon Jeffries. The man we were just on board with has crashed hard. It looks like everyone's alright. They're trying to drive back. The race back to the line has been won by Graham Morton. And, so, that being said, we're going to come back and bring you the replays right here on Versus. Stay tuned, everyone. Getting ready to take the green once again after our most recent caution. Graham Morton is now the leader, and next to him, behind him, is Bobby Hobbs. Morton gets a good jump into turn number 1, but Hobbs is right there with him. Going down the back straightaway, Hobbs looks to the inside. He's gonna try it into turn number 3, and Bobby Hobbs will now be your leader. Hobbs says he's just not finished with what he's doing right now as we ride on board with him. Bobby Hobbs was the point leader, then had a couple of bad finishes, and now he's just racing for a win. Here comes Elizabeth Lancaster into the inside of Bobby Hobbs with help from Jonathan Foxburn, number 39 car. Jonathan won at Nashville. Then the Michigan winner back there, James Armstrong, in the 54 car. Elizabeth Lancaster has not won this year, but she's come very close a lot. I think I can count at least 3 or 4 races in which Lancaster should have won, but didn't. In battle for second now is the number 1 Dean Foster. goes underneath the 54 of James Armstrong, on board with Ambra Tenery. Oh, Ambra gets turned sideways and it's Hobbs upside down! Bobby Hobbs has gone upside down! I think Anthony Ray got into the back of Ambra, and then came right up into Hobbs. Scary accident for Bobby Hobbs. But we're going to take a break and check on the replays when we come back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Chicagoland. We are about to get ready to receive the green flag once again, and we have it right now. Roger Simon is now the leader after he took 2 tires on that last pit stop. Elizabeth Lancaster is now in second, but that is going to change right now as James Armstrong moves into the second position. He's going to go to the inside of Roger Simon down the back straightaway. And into turn number 3, here comes Ambra Tenery. And keep in mind, Ambra is the current points leader as they run. Bly, as they run, is a couple of points back, but Ambra has not led a lap today compared to Bly's 3 or 4 laps led. Currently, James Armstrong is still the leader, and Jimmy Bly is looking to make it 3 wide on the inside of Dean Foster. It doesn't work very well. Oh, they touch! They touch! They right! Oh, they don't! Oh, my! Oh! Man, my voice just raised pretty high there, but what happened was Jimmy Bly and Dean Foster made contact. They both dropped to the inside line, and they didn't crash. I mean, the 1 and the 54 made contact, but other than that, they're fine. They're 3 wide again, and they still don't crash. David Lewis is down the inside. He dropped down a little bit on the apron. There's Ambra Tenery. She dodged a bullet, and not only did she dodge a bullet, but so did Jimmy Bly. Bly's just been really lucky. Talk about last week, he won at Richmond after just coming out in front of Bobby Hobbs barely. And what we saw right there was more bizarre than when Hector Diego Perez ran around Richmond with only 3 tires. Elizabeth Lancaster currently tried to go down to the inside of Graham Morton, couldn't complete it. Now Fu Wong moves into the number 2 spot. Graham Morton still holds the point. Up there on that outside in that blue car is David Lewis. We mentioned earlier that he's really racing for a win and a good finish and trying to dedicate this race to Reagan Armstrong, who was tragically paralyzed 2 races ago in Fontana. Right now, Fu Wong is the leader, and behind him is James Armstrong, and then William Graham. William Graham is one really great driver out of the OBX team. That entire OBX racing team has a lot of coulda, shoulda, wouldas right now. William Graham probably should have won a couple of races, and Elizabeth Lancaster, again, probably should have won at least 4 or 5 of those races right now. Going down into turn number 2, they are approaching a lapped car. I believe that is Ryan Cooper up front, and for some reason he doesn't have a wing. He doesn't have a rear wing, and no, he's slowing everyone up, and they crash! And Fu Wong is in the catch fence hard! William Graham has just been denied again. He is hard in the wall. And Ryan Cooper, I'm surprised. I have absolutely no idea why he was out there without a rear wing, or why he did not move over or go below the yellow line. We'll come back and hopefully give you the reason. Stay tuned. Now we have 3 laps to go. Ambra Tenery is currently in the lead, and if she wins this race, she will clinch the championship. So far, she has a very good lead in the championship over Jimmy Bly, who's currently trying to make it 3 wide on the inside underneath Anthony Ray. Anthony Ray won in the very first race at Homestead. Behind Bly is David Lewis, who is in contention to win for his 2nd time. We have had no repeat winners. There are 2 laps to go. As I've mentioned, we have had no repeat winners this season. We are looking to possibly have some, as most of them are in the top 5. Graham Morton being the only one who has not won. They are 3 wide again. Graham Morton keeps it to the inside. David Lewis is still on the outside. White flag, this time by Anthony Ray. we could see a new winner. Here comes Graham Morton to the inside. Elizabeth Lancaster is behind him. Lancaster looking for her first win. Here comes Roger Simon underneath Lancaster. Lancaster can't get it done. Jimmy Bly, it's all over. Amber Tenery will clinch the championship, and Graham Morton will go to victory lane. That's that. The season is over. Amber Tenery is your 2010-2011 Zoom Racing World IZOD Open Wheel Driver Development Series champion, and Graham Morton has finally won. Thank you to all who have participated. I'm Pete Roberts, signing off for Versus. Thanks for watching.